Certainly in our supplies. Obviously the oils always are going up. Our cleaning supplies and things you don't really think about. My guys use gloves all the time just to keep their hands better and better grip on things, and I have to supply their gloves, and those things are just getting crazy. And all your cleaning sprays and just overall the price of oil filters, air filters, I mean anywhere anyone has to mark something up, they do. Well, we've had to adjust some of our costs. I have to cut back on some of the stuff that we normally would carry just because, you know, we try to buy things in bulk instead of single cans. Now I've got a 55-gallon drum of brake cleaner that we use the refillable containers. Gloves, I try to, you know, you can only do so much with those. You try to have the guys use them more than one car, but I know when it's, especially in the summertime when their hands get sweaty, it's peel and throw. Really, we've raised our prices a very little bit, but nothing crazy. I don't want to chase away business, and I think a lot of places are raising things so high that they're going to chase people away.
I mean, almost all of them, even from supplies to bulk oil to grease fittings, uniforms. I mean, we've seen a steady increase in almost every expense I have back here. It's affected it to a small extent. A lot of people see inflation coming, they understand things are rising. We're doing our best to combat them by adding value into services like the free car washes, the multi-point vehicle safety inspections, things like that, to give them more value for what they're spending.
Parts is a big thing. Oil is another big one, and we have to adjust. You know, I have to adjust it somewhere to make up for the cost, but those are the two big things that are causing us increases through our department. You know, I don't think I've fallen off that much. I think people understand, you know, when gas prices go up, oil prices go up, you know, so business is good right now, so I don't think that it's affecting it too bad. I try to get, you know, I try to beat up the oil companies a little bit to get a better price. Parts, that's kind of out of my control. It is what it is. I can't change that.
Brakes, batteries, you name it, oil changes, anything, tires. It's actually a delicate balance with parts and service right now. We're trying to increase our door rate because we've also had to increase some technician rates. It's actually been pretty difficult for fixed ops this year.
Well, of course, everyone knows that used car prices are greatly inflated. But new cars, you know, for a while were holding their own, but in this last year we've had significant price increases, and I think that's pretty much across the board in the whole industry. And that's because it's costing more. Labor, especially, I think, around the world, especially in this country, has skyrocketed.
Really in everything. Tire prices have gone up, our oil prices have gone up, our fluids, everything that we're getting definitely has increased. So, you know, we've had to increase pricing as well to, you know, keep up with the market. You know, we really haven't seen much of a dip in business. You know, we've been pushing hard to get more customers in the door, and we are. The fact is that just because our prices increased, the aftermarkets and the independents, their prices are increased as well. So as long as we stay within the conversation, you know, it really hasn't affected our, you know, cars in the door. We've had to adjust some pricing and brought some prices up. We kind of stair-stepped it a little bit, but right now, obviously, we want to keep gross profit percentages in line. And you know, customers do have some questions about it, but I think that they realize that even at the grocery store, things are more expensive because of the inflation. So, although they're not happy with it, it's acceptable.
Parts has increased dramatically due to part availability. Since gas has risen, we've also seen, you know, labor go up as well, especially to the close dealerships, factory dealerships that are by us. We are, for the most part, staying on top of it. We do, you know, just the automatic survey to all the aftermarket shops, dealerships, you know, relatively close to us. And I think it's important to always stay on top of that. Otherwise, you know, you either fall behind or you stay within that, you know, competitive range. The biggest thing is less quoting over the phone. So when the customer calls in, a lot of, you know, call centers will quote anything and everything. My biggest vision is if we can avoid costs and just get them into the door, you know, it's just either a few things: an oil change, you know, if they have a concern with a noise, just get them in, you know, tell them we really can't give them an answer until we get it inspected. Obviously, we're gonna have to give that over the phone sometimes, but I think if you can eliminate 60% of that and you get them in the door and then you show them good quality service, all that is eliminated. More aggressive on the discounts, especially our loyal customers. I think that's big, you know, to retain them.
Costs are rising on everything from all the products that we use at the shop, all the things that we sell to our customers. Our prices are going up on our parts because of supply and demand. Supply is not there, the demand is. Everything's going up, gas is going up, oil's going up, so all of those things. We try and internalize as much as we can, but unfortunately we have had to raise our oil change prices about $10 just to help offset some of that cost. How it's affecting our business? Well, I think the best way to put it is maybe customers are waiting on repairs that are not absolutely necessary right now. So they'll take care of all of the safety items first, you know, the things that are super important, like your brakes, your tires and stuff. But anything like, say, if the pollen filter is just a little dirty, they're like, okay, we're gonna wait on that for now because it's not a necessity. I do try and coach my staff to sell safety items first, because to me that makes the most sense.